All right, so I have something exciting I got in the mail here. I put little post-it notes just to kind of protect my privacy, and then also that of David Choe. But uh, you can see that I've already cut the tape here on the box. But what we have are artist-made cards by David Choe that he has playfully called Choeymon. So they are like Pokemon and what he was doing. So it comes with this kind of crumpled and ripped, folded up poster inside. That's like a collector's kind of guide to all the cards. So what he started doing was purchasing sports cards, Pokemon cards, and then hand embellishing them, remixing them, remarking them. He was drawing and painting all over them. He was also showing some bootleg cards and how he loved the quality and how it was all being used. That's one of the ones I'm hoping that I get. So, in short, he decided to produce his own line of Pokemon cards, which he's calling Choeymon. And in here, that's also one of the ones I'm really wanting to get. He created 888 packs, and I don't know how many cards are in a pack. It looks like a lot of people, and they were only available for less than 5 minutes on a surprise drop. It looks like most people were and are still posting them all over eBay and the secondary marketplace. I've followed David Choe for years. I love his work, his approach. I find him very entertaining and his thoughts and ideas very interesting. I've always wanted to collect one of his pieces, even though he's arguably one of the most prolific artists of our time. Seems like he's creating all day, every day, but that's also based on his online presence. It seems like tons of his work exists, but it's so difficult to find. And the ones that I do find are typically like secondary market and things that I cannot afford. So I was really excited. I've also been collecting cards. I collected cards as a child most of my life. Well, I say most of my life, most of my childhood, probably 8 years. Maybe that keeps changing the math and the time and the answers. I don't know. But so I've been collecting cards and specifically artist cards, and I've always wanted a David Choe piece. So it goes like that actually. And this is the closest I've ever got. So most people are posting their packs for sale for thousands of dollars on eBay and other secondary markets. But I'm here to collect. So I thought it'd be fun to unbox and rip my pack. When he dropped it, there were two different options. One could either purchase a bundle of 8 packs or a single pack. I tried for the 8 packs and it sold out as it was having me in checkout going through all kinds of things that I typically never have to do. I had to fill out my name, my address. I had to go through some AI bot stuff to make sure I'm a human. I had to manually put in my credit card, and lo and behold, at the very end of everything, it sold out as it was processing. So that is really cool. I don't know if you can see that. It's almost like a fingerprint texture. Can't see it so well right there. Maybe right there some, yes. And he says that it's kind of like the Japanese Zen gardens. So when raking the sand. So I got a single pack, and then my brother was also able to score a single pack. Everything sold out. But this is also already super awesome. So with that guide, I was studying it for like an hour or two yesterday, and So David Choe is he's an American artist based in Los Angeles. He's of Korean descent, and I don't know what these characters are. So um, I actually asked some of my Asian students yesterday, and they thought that it may be like a glyphic language that he made up, but maybe it's Korean. I don't know. But this one's a cracked foil. So in these, you can also see that pattern or texture again. It's really amazing. Um, so in these packs, there's also one that's supposed to be a god pack with all these kind of grail and amazing cards. This is already pretty amazing to me. Um, all these foils and all these other ones. And then also, in addition to that, um, there are, um, so you can see that kind of rainbow foil. There's some cracked foil, um, some refractors. I digress. Sorry. I'm getting lost in the moment in these cards. I'm so amazed at these. He also placed 12 chases, these kind of golden tickets of 12 original hand painted cards. So 12, assuming 12, I don't know, maybe one person buys up multiples through robots or whatever means, I don't know, and collects all 12, but there are 12 originals in the wild. These are crazy awesome. I'm so happy to have these in my collection. So, very cool. So, and on the back, it says Monkamon. See if I can get you a better view, let it focus. I think that's a sweet spot for the focus. Let me turn it over on the back. This one appears to be a gold. So that one, the color's a little different. Trying to be very gentle with the way that I'm shuffling these. Oh, you know what? It looks like it's stuck together. How amazing would it be if it was stuck because it was ink or paint from a hand-painted card? Do you see there? So I don't think that's hand-painted or drawn. I suppose it could be, but it is, it's actual on like cardstock, like the actual cardstock. And when I look at it in the glare, it looks like it could be handmade. It looks like it could be pen and pencil, but I am not sure. But regardless, super stoked to have it in my collection. And then I have one more pack. I'm going to crack my brother's pack for him. I would also love to get these slab and graded so I could protect them. And I know that David Choe, he talks about cards kind of being loved and things like that, but I think it's okay for people to love cards in their own way because I don't just stick it on a shelf and look at it. I actually, I hold my cards and I look at them all the time, but it's okay if they're held, sorry, having a little difficulty scooping this guy up. I think it's okay if I hold them and behind a protective case. So this one already has a little bit of edgeware. Can you see here? That kind of, and then also over here. But I'm not too worried about that. He said that this is something he was going to do once. It would be here fast, and then it would never happen again. But I'm super stoked to have that. Let's open another one, shall we? So this one, the box actually arrived opened. So the shipping box was ripped open, but assuming it was an incident, because none of the contents were missing. So it didn't look like there was anything nefarious going on, anyone trying to kind of steal or rob any of the contents. Just making sure that I'm not clipping anything important. So I'm kind of curious. I guess I should have counted the last pack. And this one also has that kind of Zen Garden fingerprint kind of aesthetic, if you can see that in the glare. So it looks like they're going in the specific order, maybe because the other one started with a gold card as well. This one is on foil and has that Zen Garden kind of texture. This one I'm being a little bit more aware of cards sticking. So this is really cool, but something, I guess it's a catch-22, something that's not super cool is that, because I would love to collect the whole edition, but the single cards are selling for hundreds of dollars, the packs are selling for thousands on eBay and whatnot. That one's really cool. So this is the same kind of cardstock that was sticking in the last pack. And although it does look like it could be hand-drawn and colored, I believe it's probably printed. Yeah. And at the end, I'll also flip it over and see if any of the backs have different kind of colors. In one of the videos, it looked like he was in Singapore. He was going through some counterfeit or bootleg packs, and I didn't score any of the ones that I was chasing, any of the cards. But they are all very cool. And it's a very short run. So let's do two things real quick. Let's go ahead and count how many cards and then also look at the backs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's the cardstock. Yep. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These colors are a little bit different. That one. So if there's 10, that means that there are likely 8,888 cards in existence, and that's it, period. Altogether total. But now I need to go get these in some cases. I hope that you had fun breaking and ripping these packs with me. And yeah, I'm going to scramble to get these all protected right now. And thanks.